It's your fault. Yes, you, the person looking at me right now, your fault. Listen, y'all, this is going to be raw, real, and straight from the heart. If you guys were coming here expecting a nice little clean hug and cuddly warm message, this ain't the video for you. But if you're ready for growth, uncomfortable truth, and taking control of your life, then let's get it. Let's get one thing straight. You are where you are because of the decisions that you have made. Point blank, plain and simple. Now, the world would have you believe that you are where you are because of other people and pointing the blame at people, and you got fired because of this person. You got fired because of this. This person treated you unfairly. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm gay. It's because I'm a woman. It's because I'm every other thing. Instead of pointing this finger back at yourself and wondering, hey, what are the things that I am not doing or that I could have done to put me in a better situation? If you're blaming everyone else for your situation, let me ask you a question. How's that working for you? Who's coming to save you? Is the government coming to save you? Your brother, your uncle, are they coming to save you? Nobody is coming to save you. And the quicker I realized this and took responsibility for the things that I was doing in my life, that's when my life started to change. See, there's a lot of people out there that want to blame and say, hey, I deserve a car, but nobody said that you had to drive a $700 a month car. Hey, I deserve a house. Hey, but nobody said that you deserve a $600,000 house. See, nobody wants to dig into the nitty gritty of the things that you are complaining about and blaming other people about. And if you're that person who's blaming everybody else for your current situation, for living paycheck to paycheck, I strongly encourage that you actually start looking at the personal decisions that you've made in your life. See, me and my wife, when we were going through our journey, we lived paycheck to paycheck, but we made more money every single year. Every single year we made more money, substantial money too, maybe even to the tune of 15, 20,000 additional from the year previous, whether that be from getting raises at jobs or whether that be from getting different jobs and negotiating a higher salary. And guess what? Our situation never changed. We still lived paycheck to paycheck. And one might answer, why is that? Well, I've talked about it on a couple different videos, but it's the income creep, right? So as soon as you make more money, you spend more money, and the cycle continues. And if you're not diligent, you're not deliberate and intentional about what you're doing with your money, well, then guess what? You're going to get the same result that you've been getting. So when I say you are where you are because of the decisions that you made, I mean exactly that. You need to take ownership of those decisions. I don't care what it is. You got fired? Oh, your boss was, putting a magnifying glass on you. Well, hey, were you doing what you were supposed to do? Hey, you didn't get the job. Oh, are you going to blame it on somebody and say it's because they're racist or this or that? Or are you going to say, hey, maybe I didn't prepare adequately for this job? See, when you actually take ownership of these things, you give yourself power to actually go back and actually change them and learn from that instance and actually apply it to your next instance. But when you're blaming everybody else and you're putting the ownership on everybody else, how does that help you change your life? Listen, we're not God makers. We can't make people act the right way or act the way that they should be. What we can control is we can control showing up the way we need to, presenting ourselves in a positive light, presenting ourselves the way that we need to, and doing what's necessary to get ahead in this world. So if you're ready to do that and you're ready to get rid of the excuses in 2025, I can promise you a year of health, prosperity, and getting better at the things that you put your mind to. But it's not going to get that way unless you take full ownership of your life. Oh, someone cheated you? You know what? Hey, I need to make better decisions on who I surround myself with. Hey, I didn't get the job. You know what? Maybe I could have been more prepared on knowing background of the company, asking better questions, getting some honest feedback of why I didn't get the position. Guys, this generation has grown up on this. The world should owe you understanding, and they don't. The world doesn't owe you understanding. You got to go out there and get it, man. You got to go out there and get it. And honestly, I'm speaking from somebody who has been in a situation where you've been low before. I've been fired before. I've been let go from a job before. And you know what? It's leaded me to bigger blessings because I was intentional about what I needed to do. I knew that nobody, my employers, all these other people, they don't control my life. I do. So I can control how I feel, how I move to the next level, how I move and make sure that I'm not in the same situation again. Financially, I know I have control over how I move and how I can impact my family's fortune and future by making the correct decisions. And that is what I want to instill in you guys. Listen, if you're living your life for the approval of others and trying to get everyone to like you, let me just give it to you straight. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to like this message. There's probably going to be somebody who says, well, what about this person? Well, what about that? And there's probably even someone that's going to jump to an extreme of, well, what about someone that's living with cancer? Well, you know what? Even that situation, obviously, no, you didn't wish cancer upon yourself, but you have a decision on how you go about fighting that disease. You have a decision on how you're going to live your life and lead it with positivity and know that you can overcome struggles in your life. You ask any survivor of any disease or any monumental thing that's happened in their life, they will attribute it to getting through because of their mindset and having a positive outlook that they could beat it. Listen, y'all, life is not about pleasing others. It's about choosing your lane, knowing what you want, and going after it with every single vein and being in your body. So what's it going to be, y'all? Because you need to choose your hard, right? Life in general is tough. Inflation's out of control, groceries, cost of living, you name it, it's tough, everything. And it's also tough to grow into the best version of yourself and accomplish something that you've never done previously in your life. So choose your hard. There is somebody on the other end of this camera that's on the other end of this microphone that is saying, you know what, man? I know I need to lose weight. Hey, I know I need a better job. I know I know I am capable of doing more in my life. I know I'm capable of being a better husband, better wife, better father, better brother, better sister, better family member. I know I'm capable of those things. And it's my job to go out there and make it happen. You are capable of more than you give yourself credit for, y'all. And it's going to, look, when you step out on a limb, you're going to ruffle some feathers. You're going to get people that are close to you that tell you, hey, you're not going to make it. It's not going to happen. They're going to laugh at your idea. They're going to tell you you're crazy. It's going to happen. So don't feel blindsided by it. It's going to happen. Even the people that you love closest to you, they'll down your dreams. And that's where you got to look into the mirror and say, you know what, do I have it? And my answer to you is yes, you have it. But you need to be able to take control of your life and say, no matter what, I'm going to do this. If it's about going to the gym, if it's about starting a YouTube channel, if it's about building a business, if it's about getting promoted in your job, if it's about hitting a sales number that you know you want to hit, if it's about helping a certain amount of people, well, if that is what it is, then commit to it and go and accomplish it. No excuses. There's no excuses, y'all. If you want somebody to give you a hug and tell you it's going to be okay, baby, because of this, that, and the third, then fine. Stay where you're at. It's cool. But don't go blaming everybody else. Don't be mad about what you're not getting what you want out of your life. Seriously. That's when my life started to change, and that's when your life will start to change too. You need to take accountability of the actions that you have. We can be mad at people because of the way they act, because of the things that they do, but also be able to look in the mirror and say, what could I have done differently? How could I have planned for this differently? How could I have prevented this from happening? And that is the mindset that you need to bring into 2025. Let me tell you guys this. You were always one decision away to a totally different life. That life you want to live, that luxury vacation, whatever it is that means something to you and that brings you joy and that you go to sleep at night and you fantasize about. One decision. And that decision is to take ownership of your life. That decision is to stop blaming people and giving other people power over the decisions that you make. That's that one decision. Look, not everybody is going to vibe with this message. I get it. But this year, I'm being unapologetically me. And hey, there's going to be people, I'm not their taste. Hey, I love you anyway. But if you're ready to own your choices, embrace accountability, and make this the best damn year of your life, then I hope I earned your subscription. Remember, the power to change your life is in your hands. So stop blaming others, step up, and let's go make it happen. Abraham Lincoln said the best way to predict the future is to create it. And I want you guys to go out and create that future for yourself. Now let's get to work. Take care.